a mad king upon his dangerously cheesy throne. My friend has a weird love for Cheetos, so he went to the Cheetos production factory and purchased 28 industrial-sized clear bags of Cheetos. They charged him $65 per clear bag. He's the one they warned us about in math problems. This is a comedy nightmare of which I cannot escape. How much money is in this image? Please comment below. I cannot do the quick math myself, but it seems like way too much money. Hello everybody and welcome to Kalbus. My name is Lumo and today we're looking at r/Tumblr, a subreddit dedicated to that site that's having a little bit of a recurrence and a renaissance because the husky muskie bought the bird and drove it into the ground. So let's just get right into it. That was a ride. Which one of you is going to tell me that tea tastes different if you put it in hot water? Yeah, you were putting it in cold water. Radish. Answer the question, Radish. Yeah, I thought for like 5 years that people just put it in hot water to speed up the teification process. I didn't realize there was an actual reason. You think I have the patience to boil water? You don't have the patience to microwave water for 3 minutes? Why are you putting it in the microwave to boil it? Do you think I have the patience to boil water on the stove? It takes less than a minute. Bestie, is your stovetop powered by the freaking sun? How long does it take you to boil a cup of water on the stove? Like 7 minutes. Stick the mug on top of the stove on medium heat and it boils in like 2 minutes. Less than that if you use a saucepan. Crying. You're putting the whole mug on the stove on medium heat? Your stove is enchanted. Every single person on this post is a freaking lunatic. Do none of you own a freaking kettle? I have an electric kettle, but I kind of want to just start putting the mug on the stove. That sounds like a more dangerous and thrilling ride for my life. You know what else is a dangerous and thrilling ride? Subscribing to this channel, leaving a like, a comment, and sharing this with a friend. Not a request, that's a demand. If you do all of these things, I will boil water. Let's just keep going, shall we? Perfect. I found a pun that works in both English and Spanish. Where do cats go when they die? Purgatory. ¿De dónde van los gatos cuando mueren? Purgatory. Dude, it also works in Italian. Dove vanno I gatti quando muoiono? Nel purgatorio. You put this post in here to make me look like a jerk who can't read foreign languages. And you're right, I can't. Could also work in French. No. I want les chants quando il moriont as purgatory. I can't do this, man. The ultimate pun. It also works in Portuguese. Para onde os gatos veo quando moram para o purgatorio. We have achieved peak pun. The pun heard around the world. I'm in suffering. This post was so painful for me to read, I cannot state that enough. Holy taxidermy! Oh, it's he. This object has been temporarily removed as we revise its facial expression, which was deemed zoologically improbable and/or terrifying to small children. Nothing could make me more curious about your taxidermy than this. I mean, this is a t-shirt, as zoologically improbable and/or terrifying to children sums me up. Finally, I know what I want inscribed on my tombstone when I die. I remember the news article, and this was the lion that was removed. Sweet Jesus. It looks like a failed, cereal mascot that turned to illicit substances after its brand decline. New cryptid just dropped. I'm at a restaurant right now and there's this 16-year-old kid at the table next to me, completely alone with 6 racks of ribs. He's eating one rib every... And the poor server who was assigned to him has to keep getting him new ribs. I've been here for an hour just watching this kid inhale ribs like he's gonna die the next day. Probably will, given the amount of hot sauce he put on them. I cannot stress that this is a stick-thin, thin child sitting alone at a restaurant absolutely going to town on those ribs. This child is eating like he's trying to personally rid the world of ribs. I've been timing him. He orders a full other rack of ribs every 2 minutes. This is friggin' insane. I don't know what to do. I'm more concerned about how they're cranking out racks of ribs at that rate, because by God, it takes half an hour to get ribs normally. Even Yang Chen, who was also Air Nation. To this day, I cannot believe that Aang called up and blew off 9 avatars just because they didn't offer any vegan options to ending the war. Roku, my best friend assaulted me as a senior citizen. Kyoshi, sometimes murder is okay. Gurk, just bunch people that disagree with you. Aang? Okay, I'm starting to think that none of you took this avatar thing seriously. I mean, to be fair, they did have lethal options like cutting off a chunk of the continent and sending it out to sea, a thing that sane and normal people do. Every life has its worth. They are precious lives, not meals. Holds fish out of water! I mean, this sums up PETA, in a nutshell, really. Is this actually a druidic symbol? I'm at a loss for words. Party, building memorial. Druid, I'd like to carve a symbol in druidic as a memento to the lost. Sure, what did you have in mind? The number of people in comments having no idea what the symbol means and thus supporting the idea of it being some mysterious druidic sigil of unknown meaning makes this whole post even funnier. I am enamored with the fact that this is a memetic hazard. It's a cognito hazard. It's like the S. You know what I mean? Like, this symbolizes something horrible. And yet, a lot of us just looking at this know exactly what this is, and the rest of you are at a loss. Run-on sentences are Tumblr culture, and I hate it. In 4th grade, I was introduced to the concept of run-on sentences by my teacher, and I immediately raised my hand and pointed out that none of the sentences being used as examples were actually grammatically wrong at all, and were just longer than most people can comfortably read and write, and she made me sit in the corner, and I feel like that shows a lot in my typing style on this hell site. Run-on sentences are ADHD culture. I'm sorry. I'm completely distracted by the fact that I just caught what their name is, and I can't read it out loud, and it might even have to be censored. But, God, it's beautiful. Cherry! Hello, this little Cherry wants to go on an adventure. Where can I send him? You might like to go on a camping trip. What a great idea. Unfortunately, people don't make tiny tents for cherries, but at least the fire will keep him warm. Where should Cherry go next? You could go to space and meet a tiny fruit alien. That sounds wonderful. Look at him go. Where should we send Cherry next? Does Cherry like to pick flowers? Of course! Oh my god, look at that image, that's so cute. Where should Cherry go next? Swim with mermaids and nymphs. Sounds like fun. The mermaid didn't seem to want to play, but Cherry still had a good time seeing all those fish. Looks like the little guy's all taken out from his adventures today. Thank you for helping him. He had a great time. This is the world's most humble little adventure. A highbrow discussion. Someone posted a picture of the earliest owned copy of the Mona Lisa, famous for being too fragile to be restored and lacking details due to its age, and the copy has eyebrows. Your response to a beautiful piece of artwork done by Leonardo da Vinci himself is, "She's got eyebrows." Alright, all intelligent life has been lost. Yo, Snooty McSnotwine! The Mona Lisa's vanished eyebrows have been the subject of debate and analysis in the art expert community for hundreds of years. Long before your parents squirted water at each other from across the clown car, then honked their bicycle horns to indicate that they really wanted to make a smug, insufferable little clown baby together. Oh, and apparently, she's now been restored with more modern techniques. Heck yeah! Yes! Good job, Internet. You bullied NFTs out of mainstream games. Yes! Yes! I choose to believe that that is a sincere congratulatory statement rather than sarcasm, because goddamn is it good to be free of those scum suckers. Somebody stop him! Did you hear Mark Zuckerberg renamed Facebook to Ligma? What's Facebook? Who's Mark Zuckerberg? Someone needs to stop this blue guy! Ligma balls. Stupid chip. My favorite chip dynamic is they're both extremely stupid in completely different ways and extremely smart in completely different ways, but rarely is any of that useful because they just get extra double stupid when together. This is me and my roommate. We are probably two genuinely very intelligent men. I'm very good with planning, he's very good with finances, and you get us together and we're going to buy something stupid and then forget to set it up because our timeline is all wrong. And that's all the time we have here today on Kalbus. If you like this, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, maybe share this with a friend who could use a reminder that's gonna bapubada. If you want more, r/Tumblr, there'll be another popping up on your screen in just a couple of seconds, but until then, my name has been Lumo. Group farting starts at 9 p.m., and I hope to see you in the very next Kalbus video. Have a great rest of your day.